Leo, the universe doesn't keep secrets because it wants to hide from you. It keeps them because the timing has to be absolutely perfect. Think about it. You don't get the punchline before the setup. You don't get the sunrise before the dark. But something just changed. Something cracked open. And that thing you have been feeling, that deep, almost electrical hum beneath the surface of your everyday life, that wasn't anxiety. That wasn't just stress or too much caffeine. That was the lid rattling on the secret of us so massive, so personal, and so specific to you that the universe literally could not keep it contained for one more second. You didn't find this by accident. You didn't stumble onto this while just scrolling. You were pulled here, and it wasn't a subtle pull. It was the kind of pull that disrupts your whole day, the kind that makes you stop what you were doing, put your phone down, pick it up, pick it back up, put it down again, and then finally click. Yeah. There is a hesitation, a slight pause where everything in your rational mind told you to keep moving, to stay on the surface, to ignore the nudge, but you didn't. You didn't. Thank God you didn't. You overrode the programming. You trusted something deeper than the logic that usually runs your life. And now that you are here, you need to understand something. This is not a casual moment. This is a brain B bridge in the ordinary. This is the point where the curtain gets pulled back, and what you're about to see will not allow you to. Go back to the way you were thinking, even 30 minutes ago. Whatever you have been dealing with lately, the sleepless nights, the 3 a.m. wake-ups where your eyes snap open like you just heard your name called, the strange coincidences that feel way too pointed to the random, the numbers that follow you around like a persistent inside joke, it all led here. You thought that was just stress. You thought it was just the weight of life, the constant pressure of bills and relationships, and the endless to-do list. But what if it wasn't? What if that was the universe blaring a horn, trying to get your attention, trying to tell you that the construction phase of your life is over, and the unveiling phase is about to start? That's what this secret is. It's the blueprint for the veiling. It's the moment where the scaffolding gets pulled away, and you finally get to see what was being built in the dark when you couldn't see anything and you thought maybe the whole project had been abandoned. The secret doesn't land on you like a gentle whisper. It lands like a bomb. It shatters. The glass ceiling you didn't even know you were living under. And it's not just about something external happening in the world. It's about you. It's about the specific architecture of your life, the unique fingerprint of your soul, and the reason you have felt so. Alienated from the world for so long. The loneliness wasn't a punishment. It was. Quarantine. You were being kept from the noise so you could hear the signal. You were being separated from the crowd because you were not meant to stay in the crowd. The crowd follows the news. The crowd reacts to the chaos. But you are being pulled out of the current because you were made to navigate the waters, not to be swept away by them. You felt that tightness in your chest recently, right? The strange pressure that you cannot quite articulate, attribute to anything specific, the thing that makes you take a deep breath and hold it, wondering if something's coming. Some people call it anxiety, but if you pay close attention, it doesn't feel like fear. It feels like anticipation. It feels like when you are standing in the airport gate and they call your row, and you realize that in just a few hours, you'll be somewhere entirely different, surrounded by a new language, new smells, new light, new people. That anticipation has a physical weight, and that weight is what you have been carrying. Your system is already prepping for the shit because your subconscious knows what your mind conscious what your conscious mind still refuses to accept. Things are about to move, and they are about to move faster than you ever imagined. Let's talk about the door, that specific door. You've heard people talk about windows of opportunity, about timing being everything, but this is different. This is a literal conversations, convergence of events, a massive alignment of factors that are rarely or occurs in a lifetime. It's like the planets lining up, but instead of just being a cold astronomical event, it's a machinery of reality lining up the gears to create a pathway. Specifically for you. You don't just miss the door yesterday. You didn't. You couldn't have walked through it yesterday because the path on the other side didn't exist yet. The universe had to build the road while you were sleeping, while you were crying, while you were doubting, while you were feeling like you were walking in circles. Yeah. Every step you took that felt wasted was actually laying the concrete for the road you're about to walk down. And here's where it gets deeply personal. This secret is about the world you live in. Yeah, yes, we are going to talk about the systems that are about to shift, the ground that's about to shake under the foundations of society. Sorry, but mostly, this is about the secret part of you that you have kept hidden, even from yourself. The part of you that you suppressed when you were young because someone told you it was unrealistic. Let's slow down. The part of you buried when you had to get a real job and pay the rent. The part of you that still believes in magic, but it's too afraid to admit it because it feels childish. That part of you is the you that's about to come out of hiding. And the person who emerged is going to look so different that people who have known you your whole life are going to have to do a double take. You have been feeling the tension building, not just in the world, but in your own home, in your own mind. That tension isn't the enemy. It's the pressure cooker needed to soften the old structures so they can be reshaped. You cannot build a new ship while it's still at sea. You have to bring it into dry dock. And that's what this period has been. You have been in dry dock. It felt like you were being dismantled, like your hull was just being peeled back, and you were exposed, vulnerable. But that was just the removal of the old paint, the barnacles, the damage from the previous storms. You are being prepared for the open ocean, and you are going to need a hull that can handle the deep water. When you look back on the last few years, there is probably a pattern of things being taken away. People, jobs, status, certainty. It felt like you were losing everything, like the ground was falling out from under you. But look at what was taken. Was it things what you felt safe? Was it things that allowed you to be lazy? Was it things that kept you comfortable and numb? If the universe took something away, it's because you didn't need it for the next phase. It was a fossil, a remnant of an old era. Holding on to it would have anchored you to a dead past. The loss was the liberation. It felt cruel, but it was the most compassionate thing that could have happened. You just couldn't see it through the tears. Right now, the collective consciousness is buzzing. Even if you don't follow the news, you feel it. People are on edge. The energy is jacked. There is a sense that everyone is waiting for the other shoe to drop. But what if the shoe doesn't drop? What if the floor rises up to meet the shoe? This secret is about the rise, not the fall. It's about what is being built, not what is being destroyed. While everyone else is peak panicking, you are going to be standing still, feeling a strange sense of calm, because you will know the secret. You will know what's actually being behind the veil of chaos. And when you know what's actually happening, you stop being a victim of the narrative and start being the author of your own chapter. The world we know is built on sand. The economies, the governments, the corporations, the supply chains, the entire infrastructure of modern life, it's all a house of cards. We've known this intuitively for a while, but we have been trying not to look. It's too scary to admit that the floor is fake. But the floor, fake floor, is about to be pulled away. And for most people, it's going to be terrifying. They will fall into the void. But for you, my beautiful soul, it's going to be a soft landing because you were already standing on the rock. You have already been building your internal structure, your inner compass, your sense of self that doesn't depend on a job title or a bank balance. The shift is coming to expose the fragile fragility of the external world and the immovable strength of the internal one. There is going to be a shaking, not just politically or economically, but socially and interpersonal. The masks people wear are going to slip. People who you thought were solid are going to reveal their cracks. People who you thought were enemies are going to show their vulnerability. And people who you never expected will step forward to help you. The enmities that we've been working with are about to completely dissolve. You are going to find yourself standing next to people you never thought you would agree with, fighting for the same basic things: truth, safety, community. The old labels, the red, the blue, the left and the right, they're all going to seem meaningless in the face of the bigger reality that's about to break through. What's coming isn't just about the stock market, or the weather or politics. It's about the human spirit. It's a testing of the human spirit, and we've been in training for this test. You just didn't realize the stakes were so high. Every time you chose patience over anger, hope over despair, kindness over bitterness, you are lifting weights. In the gym of your own soul, you're building the spiritual muscle. You are going to need to carry the weight of the coming months, and you have been lifting heavy, so heavy. The pain you've carried, the betrayal you've endured, the sleepless nights, that wasn't your body breaking down. That was your soul getting stronger. There is a thing that's been happening in your family. You can feel it in the air when you all get together. A tension, a thinness, as if the energy is stretched and ready to snap. Some of that is that generational weight. There are things your parents and your grandparents carried that they never possessed. They just handed it down like a heavy suitcase no one wants to open. That suitcase is being opened now, and you are the one holding the key. You are going to see things surface in your family that have been buried for decades. It's going to be uncomfortable. Yeah, it's going to be messy, but it's the only way the healing happens. You cannot heal what you are not looking at. And the universe is forcing the family to look, to acknowledge the truth, and to release it. You might be the one who has to go first. You might be the one who breaks the silence. In many families, there is a designated truth teller, the one who's always been the scapegoat or the outcast because they refuse to play along with the lies. Maybe that's been you. You've always felt like an odd one. Out, the one who didn't quite fit the family mold. That wasn't a defect. It was a calling. You were born into that family not just to inherit their trauma, but to heal it. You were the one who was built to withstand the storm of truth. You are not going to crumble when the secrets come out because you've been training for this your whole life, whether you knew it or not. Some of those secrets are going to break relationships. It will be painful. Yeah, it will be painful, but it will be a surgical pain, the kind that removes a tumor. And some of those secrets are going to repair relationships you thought were dead forever. People are going to come back into your life, not the same people, but transformed people. They are going to apologize for things you didn't even remember. They do it. They did. They are going to ask for forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness for the weight they placed on you. And you are going to have the chance to either hold a grudge or release it. Holding a grudge anchors you to the past. Releasing it floats you into the future. Choosing to release it doesn't mean the past wasn't painful, it just means you are done being dragged by it. Part of the secret is about the death of who you thought you were. This is the part, people really struggle with. We cling to our identities so hard because we think they are us. I'm an anxious person. I'm a broken person. I am a person who always gets left. But those are just scripts you have been reading, and the script is about to be burned. The person you think you are is about to become unrecognizable. You're going to wake up and realize that the things you used to be obsessed with mean nothing to you. The gossip, the drama, the social climbing, it's all going to feel like a foreign language. You will watch people around you freaking out about things that used to trigger you, and you will feel a strange emptiness because you just cannot resonate with the panic anymore. This metamorphosis isn't just psychological, it's physiological. You might notice your taste in food changing. You might crave different things, or you might just forget to eat because you're so focused. Your sleep patterns might shift. You might find yourself needing less sleep, but having more energy. Your body is literally upgrading its operating system to match the higher frequency of the new reality. It's like going from dial-up to fiber optics. The wires are being pulled out and replaced. It's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's disorienting, and it's completely necessary. Don't fight it. If you're tired, sleep. If you're wired, work. If you are weepy, cry. Don't judge yourself for the weirdness of the process. Just let your body do what it needs to do to prepare for the next level. The frustration you felt, the sense that you are in the wrong life, wrong city, wrong job, wrong relationship, that wasn't just restlessness. That was you reaching out through the void of the wrong reality, trying to grab onto the right one. Your soul knew that you were not anchored in the right place. That yearning was a homing signal. That's why you've been so dissatisfied despite all the things you've achieved. You've achieved what you thought you wanted, but it never felt like enough because it was never the thing you were actually supposed to be doing. The secret is about to reveal what you are actually supposed to be doing. And when you see it, it's going to be so obvious that you are going to laugh that you ever doubted it. Now, you might be wondering, if this is so great, why didn't it happen sooner? Why did you have to wait? Why all the lessons, the heartbreak, the everything, however hard things? It's because you needed to be a different person to receive this gift. You need this transformation. Think about who you were 5 years ago. If the secret had been revealed to that person would have been afraid of it. Afraid. That person would have rejected it. That person would have handed it over to the wrong people, accidentally or intentionally, and it would have been squandered. That person didn't have the maturity to hold the weight of what you are about to receive. The person. You are now the person built by. The fires of the last half-decade. You are ready. Your hands are calloused enough to hold the hot iron. God or the universe, higher intelligence, or whatever you want to call the infinitive creative force, doesn't just hand you a $1 million when you're a kid. Why? Why? Because you'd blow it on candy and video games and ended up somewhere. Yeah. They wait until you have the knowledge of how to manage it, to discipline, to protect it, the wisdom to use it for something meaningful. That's what the last few years have been. You were being put through the school of hard knocks. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You had to learn how to be let down, how to survive the fall, how to pick yourself up and keep going. Because the thing you're about to step into is going to have fall risks too. But this time, you know how to land. There are 3 specific barriers that have been blocking you from seeing the secret clearly. The first is doubt. You don't think you're allowed. You think you are too broken, too flawed, too weird. You think that because you have a bad habit or a dark past or a secret shame, that you cannot be included in this kind of plan. That is just old programming. That is the echo of every person who ever told you you were not enough. That echo is a ghost, and ghosts do not have power unless you invite them in. You have the power to say, that voice is not mine. That voice is not reality. And you are going to have to choose that. Actively choose it over and over again, because the old programming runs deep. It goes to keep trying to pull you back into the dark basement of self-doubt, shrinking. The second barrier is control. You want to see the whole map before you take the first step. You want guarantees. You want proof that it's going to be worked out before you commit. That's not safety. That's fear disguised as caution. The real way is that you take the step and the light illuminates just enough for the next step. If you refuse to move until you see the whole path will remain dark forever. You have to act on the little bit of light you have. You have to trust the feeling in your gut, the pull in your chest, even when your logical mind says it doesn't make sense. The logical mind is built to keep you alive. The spirit is built to make you alive. Two different things. The third barrier is attachment. You are clinging to things that are already dead. It could be a relationship that's over in spirit, a job that you hate, a city that sucks your soul dry. You are holding on because it's familiar, but holding a corpse doesn't bring it back to life. It just rots your hands. You have to let go of the rotting branches so you can grab the new branch that's reaching for you. It's terrifying to let go. Yeah. What if you fail? But what if you don't fail? What if there is a solid ground just below you that you couldn't see because you were too busy holding onto the dead tree? You have to open your hands, even if it hurts, even if you feel naked. You open your hands to receive. There is also the sense of pattern. You can see it in your B bloodline if you look. Repeating cycles of poverty, of addiction, of neglect, of broken relationships. It's a curse, but it's really just inherited trauma. Someone in your lineage made a decision or had something done to them that created a trauma in the family DNA, and you are carrying the imprint. You carry the anxiety of your grandmother, the anger of your grandfather, their resignation of your parents, but you are the one who can break that pattern. You don't have to carry the curse. You can release it. It just takes a conscious decision, a moment of fierce clarity where you say, this ends with me. I'm not passing this down. As soon as you say it and mean it, the lock on the generational inheritance snaps open, and that inheritance is waiting for you. It's specific gift, something you were supposed to be doing when you were a kid before the world taught you that it was stupid or impossible. That dream you had when you were 8 years old, 7 years old, that wasn't just a phase. That was a blueprint. That was the universe showing you what you were encoded for. But you buried it because someone laughed, or a teacher gave you a bad grade, or a parent told you to be practical. You forgot you buried it, but it's still there underground waiting to be unreleased. Released, yeah. And now the ground is being disturbed. The dream is coming back to the surface, but it's not coming. Not going to come back the same. It's going to be grown up, scaled up, ready for the adult you. You might have wanted to be an artist, a healer, a builder, a teacher. The universe isn't just doing a hand to hand you a paintbrush. It's going to hand you an entire gallery. It's not going to just let you heal one person. It's going to create a network of healing. The scale is different because the resources of the universe, once you tap into them, are infinite. You just have to stop thinking so small. You have to stop thinking in terms of dollars and likes and status and start thinking in terms of impact and essence. The secret is that you have been given a key to a kingdom you didn't know existed, and the kingdom is inside you. As the next 7 days unfold, you're going to see some weird stuff. Synchronicities are going to get louder. Coincidences will pile up so high you cannot ignore them. You might see the same numbers over and over, not just because you are looking for them, but because they are literally signposts. You might run into someone who says something that's exactly what you needed to hear, and they will not even know why they said it. That's the universe confirming that you are on the right track. It's giving you a nod. Yes, you are seeing this. Yes, this is real. Yes, keep going. Pay attention. Pay attention. Don't shrug it off as just a coincidence, because when you dismiss the signs stop coming. They need you to receive them. And then there is the dream. You're going to have a dream that is so vivid, so sharp, so in color that you will wake up and your heart will be pounding. It will not be one of those fuzzy, weird dreams about your teeth falling out. No, it will be clear. There will be a message in it, a symbol, a place, a person. Don't just roll over and forget it. Write it down. Sit with it. Ask what it means. Your subconscious is downloading massive amounts of information while you sleep because your conscious mind would short circuit it if it all hit you all at once. The dreams are the safe way for the universe to give you the hard drive full of data without blowing a fuse. Felt them with respect. Yeah, treat them with respect. When you start waking up, when you start moving forward, toward your true self, the old pattern don't just go quietly. They ride back. They create a crisis out of nowhere, a flat tire, a sudden bill, a family emergency, a work catastrophe, something that demands your immediate attention and pulls you back into the chaos of mundane. That is a test. It's a distraction. The universe is checking to see if you are serious. If you drop your spiritual practice to fix the car, you fail. If you fix the car while keeping your eyes on the bigger picture, you pass. You have to be in the world, but not of it. You have to be to handle the crisis without letting it derail your destiny. It's just a speed bump, not a roadblock. Another attack you might feel is isolation. All of a sudden, you will feel like, the one gets you. People will look at you funny when you talk about what you are feeling. They will change the subject. They will tell you you're overthinking. This is a sign you are on the right track. Yeah, that is a paradox. The further you get from the shore, the fewer people are swimming next to you. But don't mistake isolation for loneliness. You are not alone. You are part of the massive network of people who are going through the next same thing right now, all the same time across the world. You just cannot see them yet. But you are all hearing the same call, feeling the same pull. You are all waking up at 3 a.m. together. You are all seeing the same numbers. You are all being prepared. The loneliness you feel is you missing people who don't exist yet, the people you're about to meet on the next level. They are coming. You just have to get to the next level first, and you cannot bring the people who are not ready with you. It's not mean to leave them. No, it's physics. You cannot fly a plane with a rope tied to a car on the ground. They have to cut the rope themselves, or you have to cut it. It feels cruel. Yeah, it sounds cruel, but it's the kindest thing you can do. You are freeing them from the heavy weight of holding you back and freeing yourself to fly. When the doubt comes, and it will, in waves, you need to have a mental shield. You cannot argue with the doubts because they are illogical. You have to counter them with something stronger than logic. Declaration. You have to speak your reality into existence before you see it. You have to say, I am on the right path, even when it looks like you are in a ditch. I am loved, even when you feel despised. I'm abundant, even when the bank account is empty. Your words are creative tools. Use them wisely. What you speak, you invite. If you speak fear, you invite fear. If you speak purpose, you invite purpose. This isn't magical thinking. It's neurological. You are programming your brain to find the evidence that supports your declaration. And when you cannot find the words, when you are too tired, too sad, too confused to articulate the prayer, just praise. Praise has a frequency that shatters the static. Yeah, you don't have to be religious to praise. You just have to be grateful. Look for something, anything. The breath in your lungs, the sun, on your face, the fact that you are still here, still fighting. Gratitude is the antidote to fear. You cannot be simultaneously grateful and afraid. It's physically impossible for your nervous system to hold both states at the same time. So when the fear hits, pivot to gratitude. It will break the cycle. Yeah, break and raise your vibration higher. The secret is not about what's happening to you. It's about what's happening through you. You are a conduit. Yeah. The old you, the one that was obsessed with status, money, appearance, approval, that person is being stripped away. And in its place, something raw, something real, something powerful is emerging. It's not polished product. It's raw clay that's about to be formed by a master sculptor, the universe. Yeah. And you are going to be the most unique piece of art that's ever been created. You just have to trust the hands that are shaping you. This emergency update isn't about panic, it's about acceleration. The timeline has been compressed. The changes that were supposed to take years are now going to happen in months, maybe weeks. The pressure is building because the release is inevitable. You are being compressed so that when the door opens, you spring forward with force. You are not being crushed. You are being loaded into a cannon. The explosion is coming, and you are the projectile. But you are not being shot at random. You are being aimed with precision directly at the bee bouncy of your destiny. You just have to be willing to be tired. Your body is feeling this. The headaches, the fatigue, the sharp burst of energy, the crying spells, the uncontrollable laughter. It's all part of the rewiring. Your nervous system is being upgraded to handle a higher voltage. It's uncomfortable, like a computer that's lagging while it installs a major update. You have to give yourself grace. You have to rest when you need to rest. You have to eat when you need to eat. You have to move when you need to move. Treat your body like it's a temple, like the temple it is, because it's about to house an event greater, present than the one you've been carrying. You are becoming a vessel. What's coming your way isn't just a promotion or a relationship or a windfall. Those things are just side effects. What's coming is a total resonance alignment. Everything around you is going to start matching your internal frequency. The people, the places, the opportunities, they are all going to calibrate the new you. It's going to be like a magnet pulling what's yours toward you. And it's going to feel effortless because you are no longer fighting the current. You are finally in the flow, flowing toward the ocean of your purpose. You don't have to paddle anymore. You just have to float and trust the current. The final piece of this secret, the one that might be hardest to hear, is that you have to let go of the victim narrative. You have to stop seeing yourself as someone to whom things happen, and start seeing yourself as the one who happens to things. The shift from passive to active is the shift from suffering to severity. And you are the main character, not the sidekick, not the victim, not the pawn. You are the one who moves the pieces. You And once you accept that, your whole life changes. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for for a sign. You become the sign. You become the signal in the noise. So take a breath. Feel the weight of what you just heard. It's a lot. It's heavy, but you are strong enough to carry it. You have already been carrying so much more without realizing it. Now that you know the secret, you are not confused anymore. You are not lost. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. The world is about to change around you, and you are about to change the world just by being who you really are. Not who you were told to be, not who you thought you had to be, but the magnificent, original, unstoppable force of nature you were born to be. There is no going back. You cannot unhear what you've just heard. You cannot unsee the truth that's been laid in front of you. You have to move forward. You have to walk through the door while it's still open. The window is closing. The time is now, not tomorrow, not next week. You have been preparing for this moment your entire life. Everything you have been through, the good, the bad, the devastating, the beautiful, it's all interfernaled into the signal point in time. This is the inflection point. This is the turning on the page. The old book is closing and the new one is opening with your name on the cover. And you are the only one who can write the story. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to fight anyone. You don't need to chase anything. You just need to be still. Yeah, still. And know the secret. The secret isn't a destination. It's a state of being. It's the radical acceptance of who you are and who you are becoming. Once you accept that, the rest falls into place like a puzzle. The money shows up, the relationships show up, the opportunities show up. They show up because you are not blocking them anymore with your doubt, your fear, and your attachment to the old. You're about to walk into a season of such profound purpose that your entire perspective on time and experience will shift. You will realize that every single second of your life was a brick in the road that brought you to this exact spot. You will not regret anything. You will not wish you'd done anything differently. You will understand that everything was necessary. Everything was perfect. You were perfect. Everything. And everything was always leading you here. There is no randomness. There is only the unfolding of the pattern, and the pattern is complete. You are complete. You are ready. You are armed. You are awake. And the world is about to see you shine, not because you are trying to be seen, but because you cannot help but shine. It's your natural state. The clouds are parting and the sun is coming out. That sun is you. Go ahead, step into the light. It's yours. It always has been yours. This is the secret, and now it's yours to live.